Admiral Zekthor's mandibles clicked in amusement as his lieutenant presented the intelligence report. Sir, the outer colonies speak of a species called humans inhabiting the Sol system. They claim. Enough, Zekthor interrupted, his 6 eyes rolling independently. I've heard these tales before. Bipedal creatures who survived on a death world, who split atoms before achieving unified planetary government, who sent messages to the stars while still killing each other over resources. He laughed, a sound like grinding metal. Next you'll tell me they have weapons that harness their own sun. The Vortak Empire had conquered 1,000 systems. They'd never encountered humans because humans didn't exist. They were obviously a propaganda tool, a boogeyman story told by weak species to comfort themselves. No race could be simultaneously so primitive and so advanced. Set course for this Sol system, Zekthor commanded. We'll prove these myths false and claim another system for the Empire. The fleet of 200 warships dropped out of hyperspace at Sol's edge. Zekthor expected to find empty space or perhaps a primitive civilization cowering on their world. Instead, his sensors detected something impossible. Admiral, his tactical officer's voice trembled. We're reading artificial structures around every major body in the system. Orbital habitats, moon bases, asteroid mining operations, and ships, another officer added. Thousands of them, but their design makes no sense. Some appear to be repurposed asteroids with engines attached. Others look like they were built from salvaged parts of different vessels. Zekthor studied the readings. This had to be sensor malfunction. No species developed like this, chaotic, improvised, without unified design philosophy. Real civilizations had order, standardization, logic. Then came the transmission. Not through normal channels, but somehow broadcast directly through their ship's internal speakers in perfect Vortak. Unknown vessels. You are entering the solar defense perimeter. State your intentions. How are they speaking our language? The communications officer asked, panic creeping into his voice. Before Zekthor could respond, his display filled with data, technical readouts of his own flagship, crew manifests, personal logs. The humans had infiltrated their systems in seconds, something the Empire's best cyber warfare units couldn't do in years. Admiral, his science officer whispered, I'm detecting quantum signatures consistent with weapons that manipulate fundamental forces. They've weaponized physics itself. Zekthor's confidence wavered. The mythical humans were supposed to be self-destructive primitives. Yet here was evidence of technology that defied understanding, wielded by a species that apparently treated the laws of physics as suggestions rather than absolutes. Open a channel, he ordered. This is Admiral Zekthor of the Vortak Empire. We come to claim this system. Surrender, and the transmission cut him off. This time, visual accompanied audio. A human face appeared, soft, lacking natural armor or multiple redundant sensory organs. It should have looked weak. Instead, those forward-facing predator eyes held something that made Zekthor's chitin crawl. Admiral, I'm General Morrison, Earth Defense Command. I'm going to explain this once. Humanity spent 50,000 years killing everything that tried to kill us on our own planet. Then we spent another 10,000 years killing each other. We've had nuclear weapons pointed at our own cities for centuries. We've militarized everything from rocks to robots to retroviruses. The human leaned forward. We're not myths. We're worse. We're the species that looked at the cold equation of space and decided to solve it with duct tape and determination. We're the ones who turned our planet's moon into a weapon, just in case. We're the civilization that has contingency plans for our contingency plans, including what to do if we ever met something like you. Lights began appearing across the solar system, weapons platforms, hidden fleets, things that shouldn't exist according to any rational model of technological development. You have 1 hour to leave, Morrison continued. After that, you'll learn why the galaxy tells stories about humans. Spoiler alert, they're all true, even the ones that contradict each other. The transmission ended. Zekthor stared at his tactical display as more impossible readings poured in. Ramshackle ships that could somehow match his best cruisers. weapons that seemed held together by faith and fusion reactors. A species that had turned paranoia and persistence into survival strategies. "Sir?" his lieutenant asked. "Your orders." Zekthor's mandibles had stopped clicking. Full retreat. Maximum speed. As the Vortak fleet fled, Earth's defense systems returned to standby. General Morrison turned to her aide. "Think they'll be back?" The aide grinned. "Not if they're smart. But spread the word anyway, humanity's not ready to join the galactic community. We're still the scary story they tell in the dark." And across the galaxy, the myths about humans grew stronger. Because the scariest stories are the ones that turn out to be true.